We are cutting out of this rail budget broadcast because these are pictures that we are getting from the Yerwada prison in Pune. Actor Sanjay Dutt is now a free man. He's walking out of the jail. From here, he'll be taking the aerial route to Mumbai. Film director Rajkumar Hirani filming that moment when Sanjay Dutt came out. He was convicted. He is now leaving jail in this particular leg after 42 months of imprisonment. Sanjay Dutt has been released from jail in the Arms Act case in which he was convicted. You can see that his SUV has now left the Yerwada prison. Very soon, he is now expected to take a plane to Mumbai, and after that there are a couple of engagements, and post those engagements he will be back home with his family. In a moment from now, we are going to get you those pictures when Sanjay Dutt actually walked out of the Yerwada prison. It was expected that he will take some time in completing those formalities, but I guess in anticipation, because today was the day when he will be released, all that paperwork was actually done beforehand, and it's a dramatic release. Not many were expecting that this release is going to happen any minute now, early in the morning, but the release has happened. Sanjay Dutt is a free man, and he has walked out of the Yerwada jail in Pune, where he served 42 months. Remember, he was convicted in the 1993 Mumbai serial blast case on charges of having possessed arms illegally. Sanjay Dutt will be greeted by his loved ones from the family, including wife Manyata and his twins Ikra and Shahran. Now, after his release from Yerwada jail, which has now formally happened, Sanjay Dutt is likely to use a chartered plane to travel to Mumbai. The decision to use the air route is owing to security reasons and anticipating a huge media turnout inside the jail to cover the release of the actor. Back in Mumbai, the actor is expected to visit the Siddhi Vinayak temple, and then at his mother Nargis's grave, Dutt will focus on getting back to work and will begin shooting for Munna Bhai 3. He's also expected to address the press later in the evening. Interestingly, the entire sequence of events of Dutt's release will be recorded for biopic Badshah by his very close friend and movie director Rajkumar Hirani. The film will be based on Sanjay Dutt's life, and in the lead would be Ranbir Kapoor. Rajkumar Hirani, as we just told you, is in Pune with Sanjay Dutt. He's the director of that movie. Shilpa Ratnam is now on the phone line. In fact, she's live with us on this particular story. Shilpa, quite a surprise there that Sanjay Dutt actually got released early in the morning. It was expected that this release is going to happen sometime in the afternoon, but he's out. He's a free man.
Well, yes, Sanket, his exit formalities began as early as 7 a.m. and the actor, of course, they've been wrapped up remarkably early, and the actor, expected to walk out any moment there, and in fact, we were hearing that he already has, started exiting from the jail, and Rajkumar Hirani, they're capturing every second of that. Cinema imitates life, and especially when it's a biopic, it reflects life, and very closely in this case, as we can see. There's a second unit of Mr. Hirani's that is here at Imperial Heights, where I'm stationed at, which is Dutt's residence in Mumbai, in anticipation of his homecoming, or shall we call it his comeback. There are a lot of posters, as you can see behind me. A lot of politicians have organized all these hoardings. They've put them up all the way leading up to his home. His twins, 5-year-old twins, are also here at his residence, and waiting to meet their dad, who is back.
Shilpa, bear with me for a moment. These are pictures that we are getting in, and we'll run this loop once again for the benefit of our viewers to see what Sanjay Dutt actually did when the gates of that central jail opened in Yerwada, and he came out and the entire sequence of events of what he actually did. Now, this is the second part of Sanjay Dutt actually coming out, waving to the crowds, waving to the media, and then after that, Sanjay Dutt sitting in his SUV and going away. Now, he is expected to take a chopper. What you saw in the first part is when he actually came out of jail, came out, walked a few steps, turned around, waved goodbye to the guards stationed there, gave a salute, picked up his bag, and then walked out. It's an entire sequence of event. Yeah, this is what we are talking about. If you see what he is doing, he salutes the guard, picks up his bag, has something in his hand which we'll soon know. I think this is the paperwork, accompanied by two police officials of the Maharashtra police, and now coming out. Free man after 42 months. Lots of controversy about the reduction in his jail term, but finally this has happened. Let's go across to Sahil Joshi, who joins us on the phone line with all the latest. Sahil, the entire sequence of events, how come this procedure of him coming out was advanced by a few hours? It was expected that he'll come out in the afternoon.
See, actually, his lawyer with the family of Sanjay's family, that is Manyata, reached the Yerwada jail at around 8 o'clock in the morning. And after that, the procedure already started because a day before, Sanjay Dutt's medical examination happened because it's a procedure by the jail authorities just to see whether he was fit or not. And after that, the remaining procedure had already started. So the paperwork which was needed to be done, which happened in the morning at around 8 o'clock, he was handed over the final paycheck of what he did in the jail, the work he was assigned to do in the jail. And after that, his released orders were issued, the warrant, which in the legal terms it is called, that he has completed his jail term, the whole jail term, which was awarded by finally by the Supreme Court of 5 years. So that jail term is over, and after that, finally he is out. So it's a final goodbye to the jail, hopefully for Sanjay Dutt, because there is a PIL now pending in the Bombay High Court, which was filed yesterday against Sanjay Dutt's early release. And if nothing happens in that, then we can surely say that this is a final goodbye to the jail after we should say after 1992, because first he was arrested in 1993. After that, he was in jail for around 18 months during that time. And then repeatedly, when first he was sentenced in the special court, he was sent to jail for some months. Then he appealed against the ruling in the Supreme Court. So even during that, he had to be sent to the jail for some time. And finally, when Supreme Court declared him guilty and then sentenced him for 5 years, he finally went to the jail. But now the whole controversy, as Sanket, you were speaking about, was about how he was given so many furloughs, or he was released, why he was released from jail early. That is the question mark which is being raised. But according to the government officials, it's by procedure and it's everyone's right. And we'll have to see now, because there are many cases similar to that of Sanjay Dutt, especially Zebun-Nisa Qazi, his own mate Yusuf Nalwala, Baba Musa Chauhan. All of these accused in Mumbai blast case were given around 5 years of sentence. And as we can see the pictures where he has now reached Pune airport, we can say, because he will be taking because the private charter flight was kept ready for him and 2 slots were booked for him. So he'll be taking off from Pune airport. He'll be coming to Mumbai in a while. And after that, first he will be going to Siddhivinayak temple. Then his mother, Nargis Dutt's grave, he will be visiting. And his PR agency has informed us that he'll be taking a short press conference around in the evening, where he'll definitely take some questions. So now it's very interesting to see how Sanjay Dutt proceeds his life, because since 1993 he has been visiting Arthur Road jail for Mumbai blast case trial, then Yerwada jail whenever he was sentenced. He got bail, he came out. Now this finally is going to end somewhere, and he can spend time with his family. He can look out for his career, because there are some, as Shilpa was mentioning, that some films are pending. some projects are pending, and finally he can concentrate on that. So we are seeing two pictures on the screen. One picture, the picture on the left-hand side was when he released.
Yes, let's put those pictures, as Sahil is mentioning. Yes, Sahil, let's put those pictures on air at this moment of Sanjay Dutt at the Yerwada prison and Sanjay Dutt reaching the Pune airport, where he is now moving towards Mumbai. Sahil, how soon is he expected to reach Mumbai? And one question that I was meaning to ask you, Rajkumar Hirani is there in Pune. He's filming this entire sequence of events for the biopic of Sanjay Dutt. Just take us through a little bit of the total number of reactions that we have heard on Sanjay Dutt, for or against. In the film fraternity, I'm only assuming will be for Sanjay Dutt. But what about the other reactions that we have been hearing from the political fraternity, from people at large?
Sanket, as far as Sanjay Dutt is concerned, because we know that his father was not only was a film star, but he was also associated with the politics, and he was also the minister. And he had quite cordial relations with most of the even leaders from the other political parties as well. He was a personal friend of Shiv Sena chief Bal Thackeray, and we all know that how Bal Thackeray performed a bigger role in getting him released on bail in 1993. So politically, he is not being opposed by anyone, sure, but definitely yes, the people, the other accused, who, as I mentioned, that Zepunisa Kazi, the 70-year-old lady who is still in the jail and was hoping that she will also be getting some kind of a relief from the government, as Sanjay Dutt has got. So that she was hoping likely that she will also get bail soon. She might also be released soon, as Sanjay Dutt has been released. He literally used to come twice a year out to be with
उनके सपोर्ट की वजह से मैं
Just a moment, Sahil. Sanjay Dutt is speaking.
walk to freedom, my friend.
Okay. Sporting a really funky hairstyle as well. Wonder where he got that from. Maybe in the prison. Vashu Bhagnani, producer, now joins us in the phone line. Mr. Vashu, what is your reaction? Sanjay Dutt now a free man.
See, we all are waiting for welcoming him, because he's the best man in the industry. Very lovable man, And I don't know how the 3 years have gone, because when we were going to the jail, we all were in his house. ऐसे लग रहा था कि 3 साल कब खत्म होंगे, ऐसे लग रहा अभी 3 दिन पहले ही खत्म हुआ है.
Now, Mr. Bhagnani, what will you have to say about the criticism and a lot of discourse in the public domain about him being treated like a VVIP? Our reporters, everybody, I mean, unless one chooses to look the other way, has in fact been reporting about the fact that there are others too with similar charges. But obviously this proactiveness has not been shown in their case. Okay, that Shilpa, let's go across to Shilpa Ratnam. Shilpa, that I am only assuming because Mr. Vashu Bhagnani hung up or the phone got disconnected, let's give him the benefit of doubt. But it was a very uncomfortable question for the film fraternity, because this is one question to which nobody in the film fraternity wants to give an answer.
Yes, Sanket, while his fans and friends in the film fraternity celebrate his early release, others, many others have been scrutinizing every step that Sanjay Dutt takes, from the parole to the long furloughs that he enjoyed, to the early release. Everything has been criticized, and now that we've got the visuals of Dutt exiting the jail, I'm sure that on social media we're going to be hearing a lot about the salute and everything that the actor has to say. So while he enjoys tremendous goodwill,
Shilpa, just one moment, we'll come across to you. I'm sorry I have to cut you short. Sanjay Dutt spoke just a short while back at the Pune airport. Let's now listen in to what he said. Now, he is expected to hold a press conference in the evening, but these are the first words of a man who has been in prison for 42 months has come out. This is what he had to say.
संजू बाबा क्या कहेंगे जाने वाले को एक दो चला सर एक में चलो
उनके सपोर्ट की वजह से मैं यहाँ हूँ एंड देयर इज नो इजी वॉक टू फ्रीडम माय फ्रेंड
Pankaj Khelkar now joins us with all the latest from the Pune airport. Pankaj, we heard Sanjay Dutt saying that there is no easy road to freedom, my friend, but he said unke support ki wajah se main yahan hu. Unke support, whose support is he talking about?
See, Sanjay Dutt means that the public support, what he has garnered for so many years, that's what he meant. Over here at the airport, we were there like when he was rushed with the police convoy, something that is unusual. VIP treatment, so many police vehicles along with his family, friends, most important, his very dear friends are here. Raju Hirani himself is here. Other producers, writers, they are also here. Manyata was also here. And Sanjay Dutt, a happy-go-lucky boy, he has at last, after 34 months, come out of jail and he is now a free bird.
Absolutely. Pankaj Khelkar getting us all the latest. He's saying that Sanjay Dutt, when he said that unke support ki wajah se main yahan hu, he's talking about the people who, according to him, have supported him a lot. And he says that there is no easy walk to freedom, my friend. These are the first words of Sanjay Dutt after walking out of the Yerwada prison. Let's quickly listen in once again to what Sanjay Dutt said, and then we'll go across to Shilpa Ratnam, who's been waiting for a while now. Sanjay Dutt.
क्या कहेंगे जाने वाले को एक दो चला सर एक में चलो
उनके सपोर्ट की वजह से मैं यहाँ हूँ एंड वॉक टू फ्रीडम माय फ्रेंड
एक बार सर संजू सर 3 साल बाद बाहर आए
All right, let's now go across to Shilpa Ratnam. Shilpa, sorry I had to cut you short there. Sanjay Dutt was speaking, and his words at this moment for the film industry will be quite profound, where he says that there is no easy walk to freedom. He's also sporting a really cool hairstyle. I don't know if it is part of the get-up or it is part of his, part of his new look, but the Yerwada prison seems to have given this to him. The entire sequence, Shilpa, I know you don't have the vantage point of a television screen in front of you, but the whole sequence of event is like this. He comes out of the Yerwada prison a little after 8:30 a.m., turns around, salutes the guard outside at the Yerwada prison, maybe saluting the prison complex itself. That's the sequence of events on air that you can see. Salutes the prison, picks up his bag, has a bundle of files in his hand, is accompanied by 2 police officials outside where his SUV is waiting, and then he moves towards the Pune airport. A lot is to be expected in Mumbai as well. You're saying that there is a PR company which is taking care of the entire, the motorcade that is going to move. Every little spot where Sanjay Dutt is going to go, everything is being documented and recorded.
Well, yes, Sanket, like you mentioned, Sanjay Dutt has been brimming with those phrases, really, hasn't he? There's no easy walk to freedom. And yesterday, on his last show, let's remember that he was also an RJ at the Yerwada prison. He also, had a few words of wisdom for his inmates. He said, "Sachai ki raah pe chalo." So some of his critics might find that a bit ironic. Of course, we don't know whether Sanjay Dutt is borrowed from his Munabai character, and he's been inspired by it, and we also know at the Yerwada prison he's really been working out, and the last time he was back home on a long furlough, he really showed off those 6-packs, and now you tell me he's sporting a cool funky hairdo. So perhaps Sanjay Dutt's making the most of his prison, his jail time. And we also heard that the inmates got a bit emotional yesterday with the imminent parting from the superstar. So a filmy life that Sanjay Sanjay Dutt has led, and a larger-than-life exit as well from jail, where he touched the ground and he saluted and had that phrase to say, "It's not an easy walk to freedom." And of course, every move of his is under the scanner, under the magnifying glass, and his PR agency has done the best to streamline this and to provide coverage that is hassle-free for the actor, and at the same time enabling the media to get visuals of the actor at every point. So perhaps now that the actor has been shielded for a few years from the media glare while he was in jail, perhaps he really doesn't miss all that attention, because being part of being a star is all that attention and being part of the limelight. So this is Sanjay Dutt slowly easing back into his life in the public domain, Sanket.
There's no easy walk to freedom.
Absolutely, Shilpa. But do take us through the reactions from the film fraternity as far as Sanjay Dutt's release is concerned. What is waiting for Sanjay Dutt here?
Well, as we just discussed, Rajkumar Hirani is already in Pune filming the actor's first steps out of jail. This, of course, is part of the biopic Badshah that Hirani is helming. So that almost back to work as soon as he exits the jail, perhaps inadvertently there. Of course, after that is Munna Bhai 3 with Rajkumar Hirani, the script of which is still under development. Because of his arrest, all his endorsements have been dropped. Sanjay Dutt has not been a part of any endorsements. But now that he's back, maybe with this comeback, some of those we'll see a comeback of some of those brands as well. Producer Bunty Walia, of course, said he was overjoyed at the actor's release. Producer Anees Bazmi and producer and filmmaker Anees Bazmi has also welcomed his return. Vidya Balan earlier had said she was very happy that the actor is getting an early release. She had worked with him in Munna Bhai, and of course one of the biggest filmmakers of the film industry today, Rajkumar Hirani, there to personally receive him. Sanjay Dutt enjoys tremendous goodwill in the film industry. He's known as Sanju Baba. He's known as somebody who's very generous, is good friends with many people, and is also known for the great and lavish parties that he throws. So a lot of people there waiting for the parties to begin and the celebrations to start.
Now, Shilpa, we just played that entire sequence of events of him coming out, the door opening. There you have it. There you can see on your screen right now, the door of the Yerwada prison opening, Sanjay Dutt coming out, walking about 10 steps, keeping his bag down, turning around, saluting the building of the Yerwada prison, maybe the national flag that must be flying on top of the building, picking up his bag, moving out, accompanied by 2 police officials. The production desk here, Shilpa, is very curious and wants me to ask this question to you. Is this part of that movie? Has he done this as part of that recording that is taking place?
Well, Sanket, Sanjay Dutt is the kind of star because of the natural style that he has. But of course, this swag will also be scrutinized by all his critics who are already there with their swords and pens out, with their fingertips blazing on social media.
Shilpa, do stay on with us. We've got Sanjay Dutt's friend and film producer Bunty Walia joining us at this moment. Mr. Walia, your initial reaction?
I'm extremely happy that Sanjay has finished his jail sentence and is finally out.
That's right. Mr. Walia, also, what really is the expectation at this moment from the film fraternity? Are you expecting that it gets business as usual for Sanjay Dutt? I believe there's a lot of work already waiting for him.
Yes, that's true. There's a lot of work waiting for him, but I think he needs to spend time with his family, regroup himself, and give himself some time before he joins the films again. There's lots of work. I know lots of producer directors who are waiting in the wings to sign him for their projects. He's a fantastic actor, and I don't see any reason as to why he shouldn't be getting back into the movies and doing the job that he does best.
Mr. Bunty Walia, I hope that you answer the next question that I'm going to ask you, because we did not get an answer to the questions that we posed to members of the film fraternity earlier in this broadcast. There are many who are lodged in prisons on similar charges as Sanjay Dutt. Do you think that this criticism holds true, that he has been treated in a different way because of his celebrity status?
No, I think I would put it the other way. I think he's been he's a victim of his own celebrity status, and that's all I would like to say. Nothing more beyond that.
Okay, Bunty Walia, many thanks for joining us this morning here on India Today. We'll play that sequence, visual sequence, all over again. You can see that Sanjay Dutt is walking out of the Yerwada prison, 10 steps, keeps his bag down, turns around, salutes the prison complex goodbye, turns around again, picks up his bag, and then starts walking towards the place where his SUV is parked, accompanied by 2 police officials, and then he moves towards the Pune jail. Pune airport, sorry. The Pune airport. Let's go across to Shilpa Ratnam, who's once again with us. Shilpa, sorry I had to cut you short. We had Mr. Bunty Walia on the phone line. You were saying?
Yes, Sanket. So the sequence that we just played out, of course, the style with which Sanjay Dutt conducts himself is part of his charm and the reason for achieving the kind of superstardom that he has. But the swag that we saw is also going to be scrutinized massively by people, and many critics on social media. They're waiting with their fingertips poised. Waiting to blaze off a flurry of tweets and posts about that kind of swag that we've seen. I don't think this is scripted at all. Hirani, in fact, probably wanting to capture the exit of the actor, the actor's body language. So I think here it's probably Hirani who wants to reflect what is happening. So not scripted, but larger than life nonetheless.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Shilpa Ratnam, do stay on with us. We'll also get comprehensive reports from Pankaj Khelkar, who joins us from Pune. We have also Mustafa Sheikh. India Today's Mustafa Sheikh also spoke to the lawyer of Sanjay Dutt. This is what he had to say.
Actor Sanjay Dutt coming out of Yerwada jail is a good news for many people, including the legal team which was working behind the actor for so many years. I am joined by senior lawyer Hitesh Jain. Sir, during Dutt's jail time, there was a lot of controversy on the number of paroles and furlough given to him, which will not be given to any other convict. What do you have to say on that?
Well, it is very unfortunate that merely because he was Sanjay Dutt, people quoted controversy on parole and furlough. Parole and furlough are a part of criminal justice and prison reformation system, and it has been existent and prevalent since prisons have been here. Parole and furlough have been granted to every inmate. In fact, there have been cases where inmates who have been granted parole and furlough in 2004, 2007, they have jumped the parole and furlough. They have not even surrendered to the prison. After that, they have committed offense. I'm surprised nobody highlights it. I'm sure that if Sanjay Dutt would have jumped the furlough even by 5 days, it would have been a big news. But what about the cases where people have in fact committed crimes, in fact committed prison offense? For 8 years they have not surrendered, and on top of it they have committed offenses of murders and rape. So nobody highlights and invites the attention. While in this case, all the procedures were followed, all the applications were made in accordance with the procedure. After applying strictest standard of the procedures which can be applied, or after applying everything, parole and furlough was granted, and after that if people start creating a controversy, it is very unfortunate, and therefore this controversy has been created and all this attention has been given only because of his status as a celebrity or an actor.
This point is valid, sir, that all the rules were followed while getting the parole and furlough, but the number of times it has been given, it's been around 120 days of parole, around 44-45 days of furlough. So would any normal inmate or a convict get so much of time?
Well, you have to see that I think furlough was granted twice. and parole was granted twice. So it is only 4 times. And I'm sure people have been granted like more than 7 and 10 times. I know someone who was out on parole or parole for almost 100 days for offense of murder. So I think what is happening, it's just pick and choose that is happening. Everyone gets this. You only highlight the issue of.
Okay, we are now going across live to producer Sajid Khan, who joins us on the phone line. Mr. Khan, your initial reaction to Sanjay Dutt walking out of jail?
Thank you very much. I'm Sajid Khan, the director, not the producer.
Yes. Apologies. Apologies, Mr. Khan. Yes, your reaction.
Just like everybody else in the film industry, within the trade, and from outside, his fans, people all over the country, people all over the world, in fact, have somewhere forgiven, forgotten, and are very happy that Baba is back. And the debt to society is paid. I think the worst ordeal of his life, which almost lasted for 25 years, is finally over. And I think he's going to emerge a bigger star, a better star, a bigger person. And generally, everybody is very happy. The mood is very jubilant.
Sajid, as a director, what do you see doing with Sanjay Dutt next? Because now he's out, it's going to be business as usual for him. In fact, what we learn is that a sequence was shot by Rajkumar Hirani the moment he walked out of prison for a movie.
Yeah, that's, I believe, his biopic, which is something which I've been telling Baba since the last almost 20 years, that, you know, if anybody deserves a biopic, it's you. If anybody deserves a book to be written on the person's life, it's you. Because his life has been almost like the typical term, a Hindi film, you know. So that's what his life has been like. So I believe he's shooting for that film. And yeah, I mean, there will be roles of plenty. I think people would want to see Sanju again, for the simple reason that it's been a gap of almost 3.5 years that people haven't seen Sanju on screen. You know, he's gone, he's lost so much weight, he's looking younger, he's looking fitter. I think that's what I'm saying. I think he's going to be probably the best comeback in the last 20-30 years of Indian cinema for any actor.
Sajid, what would you have to say to criticism that he has enjoyed a lot of paroles and furloughs because of his celebrity status?
No, I don't agree with that. I think the law is above everyone else, and I don't think the law would ignore that. I think someone told me recently, I don't follow the law, I don't know the law so well. I mean, I'm not learned about the law, but I believe it's the right of every sentenced prisoner to get some days off, and I think that's what he was doing.
Sajid Khan, the director, thank you very much for joining us. And also, more importantly, Sajid Khan, the friend of Sanjay Dutt, speaking to India Today. Let's now go across to Pankaj Khelkar, who joins us from right outside the airport. He's on Skype, so the link could be a little unstable, but let's still go across to Pankaj. Pankaj, please tell us what's happening at the Pune airport.
Yeah, as of now, Sanjay Dutt has checked in. All his friends, dear friends, Raju Hirani's Manyata, all have checked in. Security checking is going on, and some time his flight, chartered plane, will take off for Mumbai. While he was here, he has expressed that now that he is out, it is all due to your support. Apart from that, he also mentioned that being out after so many months, he feels the importance. That's what he meant. And Raju Hirani also expressed that the connection he has, the association he has with Sanjay Dutt. So over here, what we saw is Sanjay Dutt, along with his very close friend, came to Pune airport from the Yerwada jail, just hushed away inside the airport.
Now, Pankaj, has Raju Hirani also spoken out? Because I can see some news reports to other media organizations quoting Raju Hirani as saying that he's very happy to see Sanjay Dutt come out of jail.
See, Raju Hirani is one of the important person, or the person who is the most happy after his family, because while when Sanjay Dutt was brought to Yerwada jail, he came to Yerwada jail in 2013, Raju Hirani had sacked. He was a person who was very disturbed because he being the dear friend, and apart from that, films that he is banking on Sanjay Dutt, like Munna Bhai Returns sequel. So he was the first person or one of the person who was most disturbed. And today, after Sanjay Dutt was released, he also expressed that he is very happy that Sanjay Dutt is out, that being his close friend, he expressed that apart from that, films that he is counting on Sanjay Dutt, that is also one of the important things.
Okay. Okay, Pankaj Kelkar, many thanks for joining us with all the latest.
Petition has now been filed in Bombay High Court against the release of Sanjay Dutt, citing inequality. It is in public interest, asking Sanjay Dutt's release order to be cancelled. The petition will only come up for hearing tomorrow.